Hi there, Graham Fletcher, professional McKenzie friend here. So I'm going to cover here in this video an important topic. It's the two C's of family court. It's consent versus contested. These are fundamental things that are covered in my book when I publish my book on how family courts work. And this is something that I noticed using pattern recognition in my own court case. I could tell there was two different types of court hearings. One which is based on the principle of consent, and then one which is a court order made when it's contested and the judge orders the outcome on both the people. So this can happen in child arrangement cases where there's child custody, where the parents can't agree whether or not the child goes between both houses, and the frequency, what happens in holidays, etc. And sometimes people who won't agree are doing so because they're trying to influence the financial settlement of the divorce as well. So it's worth having your eyes open for both these, how these cases are interlinked. Now, the fundamental principle in all these cases, and it's been verified by lawyers who read my book when I was going through the drafting process, who then had gone on to work as mediators. They read my book and they confirmed that my observations about how family courts work were correct. So I observed that the principle was that if you go to a directions hearing or a dispute resolution appointment, it's an attempt to reach consent under a court setting whereby it's effectively mediation in a courtroom setting. You're in front of an authority figure who's trying to get you to reach agreement by consent. That consent might ultimately feel pressured. It might not feel very nice. Nobody likes going to court hearings and feel under scrutiny. But nevertheless, sometimes when somebody speaks to you, you might consent by not saying, no, I disagree. And then in doing so, you might kind of unfortunately come out with a court order that isn't what you actually are seeking as your aims and objectives. So it's quite important to think about what you do and don't agree to in a family court hearing, and that's the principle of consenting, or also making offers that the other person might consent to is an important aspect as well. So if one person doesn't agree and contests, which is the legal phrase, I'm not trained in legalese, but this is what I've come to understand by the contesting process, then the judge relists a hearing for a longer duration, and they are going to enter into telling you what to do mode and ordering an outcome on both of you. This can happen at the divorce finance case, or child arrangements case, or occupation order, or non-molestation. It's the same principles in each type of case, and this is what I help litigants in person with, is trying to figure out how they want to try and navigate through without a lawyer, and to be there in person with them at their court hearing to help them keep calm, keep their nerves in control, keep them focused on their aims and objectives, to keep them aligned with their court strategy, and to help them develop a court strategy. And these are all the things that I've learned over 10 years experience as a McKenzie friend. So I hope you find this video helpful. If you'd like to get in touch with me, please call me on 07906 956 035. Thanks for watching, and click and subscribe, and yeah, get in touch. I'd love to help you. Take care.